No, following up, um, since you mentioned this thing of the fundamental um, insatisfaction, I was thinking about that because I'm noticing it more, I think. I would call it more like a constant unrest. And in the meditation, when at one point you were talking about do nothing, everything appears, the thoughts appear, the intentions appear, the sensations happen by themselves. I think I kind of believed you for a while or something because I started because I started like feeling an increased this unrest, increase in intensity because it was like, wait, if everything's happening, there's nothing I can do, no thought I control. How am I gonna solve this thing that needs to change, that needs to be better, that and this and it felt like a knot, like a pain that started increasing. Huh? Hey, Catherine.
Yeah.
Hi.
So yeah, so I'm just curious about yeah, I don't know what the question is.
Well, it's pretty clear. You're describing the natural process that we've been talking about just now with this the restlessness. There's a lot of different terminologies used in different traditions, and there's more modern but in dukkha, which is I think from the Sanskrit. Somebody might correct me, and it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm probably wrong with the specifics, but it is translated as dissatisfaction. But also in a different part of Buddhism, they have a translation that translates to restlessness. There's a map in a process in one of the parts of Buddhism where the deepest thing, the last thing that is seen through, is the cause of restlessness. And so the threshold, I would say, is you believe to be something that is not truly what you are. That doesn't feel good. Just fundamentally does not feel good. Specifically because you believe to be something that comes and goes. You believe to be the chair. You believe to be the body mind. And not only the body mind, not only the body, which is the first attachment, but it's the mind. So it's the thinking about, the process of thinking about myself. There's a constant thought process, I, imagining a world, imagining my life, past, future, and I. That is how, just reminded me of a meditation from a few weeks ago where I was suggesting think of a circle. And you think of a circle is a very kind of fixed thing, right? It's a concept, a mathematical construct. You can represent it as an image or a formula, blah, blah, blah. But if you try to conceive of a circle and have the image of the circle remain still in your mind, it takes a lot of effort, and it's going to be a constant shifting experience. It's very unstable. Now, that's the sense of self. This I here, me here, not there, me here, not there. The words I'm using isn't really how it happens. We're not thinking that way, but that's the mechanism. And that mechanism, because it's like the circle, it's not stable. It's impermanent. In Buddhism, they talk about impermanence. But they also say everything is codependently arising, which means nothing has its own origin. Everything arises based on something, based on conditions. So there's this moving, shifting, changing. And so that once this starts to be seen more and more deeply, the restlessness becomes more and more present. It becomes more and more conscious because it's always present. It becomes more kind of in the skin, more um, because you're imagining
Yeah.
this circle, I, and you start to see it's hard to keep it going. It takes a lot of effort. And what's going to happen is the sense of me ending, the fear of death. If I am not this, then what am I? The unknown has no guarantees. And if there's one thing that I could hopefully ever be of value is like others, um, as some form of living evidence that there is something on the other side of that fear barrier, or on the other side of that threshold that we come up to, that at least how it was for me, my whole body and mind was screaming, do not go there. Do not look there. Anything but there. When I was close, when I was far away, I had the thoughts and the beliefs like, all I want is to go there. The second I'm close, anything but that.
Yeah. I don't have many words today. Yeah, maybe it's related to what you're saying. It's as if I believe less and less the ideas that come up about what will solve that restlessness.
Yes, that's key.
Hmm. I just have no idea what will solve it, really. Or I know that those things won't solve it. The typical thing.
Just know as the direction for solving that is to understanding the cause.
You mean the believing I'm some. What am I believing that I am that I'm not? Or,
Yeah.
hmm. Yeah, but there also I don't know what to do really.
Well, yes and no. You are doing this work.
Yeah, but yeah, but in the sense like the sense of what I was feeling in the meditation, like that everything appears, everything happens by itself.
That which knows what's appearing, Julian, that which knows this, that which is hearing, that which is seeing, sensing, that which knows the sensations, that which knows sound, that which knows thoughts, that which knows the experience of the body, that which knows Julian. Wonder if that requires sensations, thoughts, sound, sight. Does the knowing depend on what's appearing?
Hmm.
Can there be knowing without anything appearing? Can there be knowing without anything known?
Hmm. Yeah, I have these thoughts that everybody I know or I've heard that has realized what you're saying or what you're talking about has been in certain contexts and doing a retreat or
That's a really very fun belief.
yeah, I know. Um,
You're
I
describing.
see a bit its ridiculousness, but I just wanted to
Yeah,
express it.
but then why are you choosing to believe that? There's a very strong attachment to the belief that the conditions which are needed you don't have
Yeah,
right now. That's perfect. What is that going to do? It's going to create hope. It creates the duality of hope and despair. It's like, oh, I don't have that. I can't, not right now. But then hopefully later, if only I could work towards that future, then that would become possible. is kicking the ball down the road in the road of thought, in the road of time, in the timeline of the mind.
Yeah, you're right. So you're saying look at this all the time, like now.
Yes, always now. You can only look at it now.
Yeah.
Or you could decide to look at it tomorrow, and then you'll never do it because it's always going to be today. Or later.
It's helpful to express the silly thoughts
Yeah.
to humble oneself a little bit.
Well, the objective is not humility is a consequence, but the objective is to see things as they are, and then we become humbled. Yeah. Yes.
Mm. Yeah, but that was helpful. Thanks.
Great. Yeah, you're welcome.